All right, Steve, you want to kick us off?
Jose, welcome. What did you see in last week's game that needs to improve now in this game from a collective standpoint from the team?
Yeah, I think we fed into Toronto's game a little bit of transition. I think we've improved a lot of calming the game down and being protagonists of the game. But yeah, I think that's one main key point is when we go to attack. But if not, I think we control the game in that moment.
What you're heading into a first road game, going to Chicago. And your coach, they obviously have some new players. What's the preparation like for a game like this? I guess similar in a way with Toronto, a bit of the unknown too.
Yeah, I mean it's uncertainty, but I think it's just like every other game. I mean, it doesn't matter if they have the same players, different players. A game. I always say a game. You don't know about how a game goes until the game's being played. And yeah, I think we take it each game as it goes.
What's the process been like the last few weeks, and now after you've played a real game, the chemistry and the rhythm, the flow of the different attacking pieces in the line?
Yeah, it's been very enjoyable. I think the most enjoyable part of all of this is communicating with the players around you, right? Whether if they're playing or not, it doesn't really matter. Because we have a lot of different perspectives of the game, and it's just trying to be a sponge and take all of them together and see what we can make of it.
Did you obviously you have your Japanese roots. Do you follow the women's team at all and how they did last night?
Yeah, I mean I did not watch the game, but I heard a lot of great things about the team.
Yeah.
Next we'll go to Dave Johnson. Dave, you there? You're muted.
People have been trying to mute me for years, and I do it to myself. So anyway, just talk about starting on Saturday and the experience. And was it fun? I mean, you put a lot of hard work in the preseason, and you get to start in the first 11 to get the season going.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for the staff and the club giving me the opportunity. Not only to start, but to make my debut. And I think we all know that preseason's over, and I need to do much better from what I did on Saturday, because I didn't think it was for me personally that I didn't have that good of a game. And yeah, I got lots to show, and I'm ready to prove more.
Well, we thought you played. What do you want to do differently? We thought you played well, but why did you think you didn't reach up to your standard?
I think played well for me would be a perfect game, and it's very difficult to have a perfect game. You'll probably never have one in your life, and so it's my part of me. Like I had a lot of turnovers that caused transitions, and a lot of goal scoring opportunities for Toronto that I caused, and I'm very disappointed in those, and as much as there were some good things, there was a lot more bad things as well, me personally. So just looking to improve every single day, and get to as close to perfection as possible.
And to do that, it seems like great veteran leadership on this club. Can you talk about that? I see Christian Benteke always. It looks like giving encouraging words. That has to embolden you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, my teammates are also supportive, and we really work together as a team. Whether or not if it's the starting 11 or people that didn't get an opportunity to even play on Saturday, we still talk about the game, and on the field as well in training. Like it's everybody that's a part of it that's going to help us win more games.
And if it makes you feel any better, I still haven't had a perfect broadcast. I've been doing this 40 years. I'm still waiting.
Yep.
Thanks for the time.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave. Next, we'll go to Bruce Murray.
Hey, Jose, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. What's it like being out there with another Demon Beacon right next to you? And then you got Garrison Tubbs on the bench. I mean, it's the Wake Forest Mafia out there, huh?
We try to be, yeah. But it's I've known of Brandon Cervinia for a while, but I finally got to meet him, and he's a great guy, and I work really well with him. So, and Garrison Tubbs as well. I played with him for 4 years, and yeah, he hasn't changed a bit, and I love it. So.
The lateral quickness just jumps out at me. I played with a player, U.S. soccer legend, Tab Ramos. He had that incredible lateral speed. Is it something that you really put in college and went, really?
Hey Bruce, we're having difficulty hearing you. Can you lift up your phone? I think it might be just because you're leading your phone up.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry. You there, Jose?
Yep.
Yes, that's much better. Thank you.
Yeah, no, just saying that I played with a U.S. soccer legend, Tab Ramos.
Yeah.
He had that 2-3 meters of incredible lateral speed. Is that something you really put effort into in your training back at Wake Forest and going forward?
Yes. Tab Ramos. I love Tab Ramos as a player. But, I think, even since IMG, like, I've always had this idea in my mind that you can't really have a bad game if, you're doing, you're giving 100% effort. And it almost makes up for, on the ball mistakes, in a sense. But, I like to make opponents fear holding the ball when they're on my side and they're my reference player. I think it's a really it's fun to do because it's like it just messes with their mind a little bit, and I just like doing that during the game. But I'll sometimes like vary speeds. I'll jog halfway to press a guy, and then I'll just sprint out of the blue, and then that'll disrupt them a little bit. But yeah, I'm all about pressing high and being aggressive, and trying to help the team in that sense, even when we don't have the ball.
That's great. Well, good luck this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bruce. Next we'll go to Donald Juan.
Thank you. Hey, Jose. Donald Wine here with the District Press. It's nice to finally meet you, at least via Zoom.
Thank you.
After the match on Saturday, Troy mentioned that you were a guy that you may think, oh, he had a quiet night, but when you look at the data, the work rate is there. So what part of your game do you want fans to know about you? And so when they watch you play, they go, that guy does this very well, and we look to see that every week.
That's a great question. I've never had that asked before, but we don't play at Audi Field without the fans. So for me, it's all about entertaining them, and I don't really have a certain part of my game that I want them to look at. It's more of that, as long as they enjoy the game and enjoy watching me play, I'll be happy, and I'll give 150% effort if that's even possible.
You mentioned you just mentioned a good game for you is a perfect game. What part of your game do you think is the closest to being good or perfect in your mind?
None of them.
No. So you just like to, the work rate is there, right? And Troy has harped on that during the preseason. We saw it on Saturday night. Is that what we expect is a guy that kind of goes, full send all the time and trying to trick their opponent in different ways? Or is there something about your game that you think has yet to be fully on display yet? And I know we're early in the season.
Yeah, I think, when you put it that way, I have an idea. But, the effort, I think, is still not good enough for me. I still think I can give more. And in terms of part of my game, I think versatility would be a big part. Obviously, I told Troy in a meeting that, put me wherever on the field and I'll do my best to perform for him. It doesn't really matter where I'm playing, when I'm playing, and what I'm playing. So I think that'll be something that, I guess in a way, I would want fans to see a little bit.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.